Welcome back to Z Coins. Today, we're exploring a story that's turning heads in the coin collecting world, the 1980p Mint Mark quarter. Yes, this ordinary-looking quarter for 1980 has collectors and enthusiasts asking, could it really be worth $1 million? Let's start with a bit of background. The 1980p quarter, which features the P Mint mark indicating it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, doesn't immediately stand out as special. It's a Washington quarter, made from a copper-nickel blend, with no silver content like the older, pre-1965 quarters. So why would this particular year and mint mark command so much attention and potentially a high value? During the 1980s, the Philadelphia Mint didn't produce as many high-quality quarters as other years. Despite being heavily circulated, high-grade 1980p quarters are relatively rare to find. Coins in near-perfect condition, with little to no blemishes, are prized among collectors. The value of any collectible coin, including the 1980p quarter, heavily depends on its grade, which is the condition rating given by a professional grading service. Grading companies, like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC), rate coins on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. A 1980p quarter in mint state (MS) condition, especially a higher grade like MS-67 or MS-68, can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. This is largely due to collector demand for coins in top condition. There are very few known examples of 1980p quarters in these near-perfect grades. Show close-up shots of MS-68 graded quarters and auction highlights. Now, here's where it gets interesting. You might have seen some claims online that a 1980p quarter is valued at $1 million. While that sounds exciting, it's not entirely accurate. High-grade 1980p quarters do indeed have the potential to fetch impressive sums, but we're talking in the thousands, not millions. Show some online articles or quotes to emphasize that these claims may be exaggerated. Recent auction sales show that high-grade 1980p quarters can go for anywhere between $3,000 and $7,000, with MS-67 and MS-68 coins fetching top dollar. While these prices are fantastic for a quarter, they're far from the $1 million mark. The high value of a coin like the 1980p quarter in MS condition is due to a combination of factors: rarity, condition, and collector demand. Since high-grade quarters from this year are tough to come by, collectors are willing to pay more to add one to their collections. Wondering if you might have a valuable 1980p quarter? Start by looking for the P Mint mark just above the date. Then, examine its condition. If it looks shiny and uncirculated, it may be worth getting it professionally graded. Keep in mind, however, that coin grading can cost $30 to $50, so it's worth it if you believe the coin is in exceptional condition. To sum it up, while the 1980p quarter isn't quite a $1 million coin, its value in high-grade condition can surprise you. If you're lucky enough to find one in near-perfect condition, you might be looking at a few $1,000s. As always, make sure to check your spare change. You never know when a rare coin might pop up. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare quarter. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to keep up with all our numismatic content. See you in the next video. Today, we're diving into one of the most talked about coins in the world of numismatics, the 1991p quarter dollar. You may have heard rumors of this coin fetching jaw-dropping prices on the collector's market. But is it true? Could a quarter from 1991 really be worth up to $2 million? Well, you're in the right place, because today we'll explore why this seemingly common quarter is grabbing so much attention, what makes it valuable, and what you should know if you're hoping to cash in on a high-value 1991p Mint Mark quarter. Let's get into it. Before we dive into the details, let's talk a bit about the 1991p quarter. These quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, hence the P Mint mark, and were part of the regular Washington quarter series minted from 1932 to 1998. The 1991 P quarter is made of a copper-nickel clad composition, and, initially, there didn't seem to be anything special about them. Millions were minted, and they circulated normally across the U.S. But today, they're getting collectors excited for one big reason: rare errors and possible variations that could be worth a fortune. So you might be wondering, how could a quarter be worth millions of dollars? Well, this high valuation is mainly tied to extremely rare error coins. In the world of coin collecting, error coins, like double dies, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong metal, can increase a coin's value exponentially. If an extremely rare error variant of the 1991 P quarter exists, it would make this coin incredibly desirable. Although no public sales have confirmed a $2 million 1991 P quarter, there are rumors that some collectors are willing to pay extremely high prices for coins that display significant minting errors. In fact, one of the reasons these quarters have gained so much attention recently is due to speculation that a rare, undetected error could exist among these coins. To understand if your 1991 P quarter is worth a small fortune, here are some key features and potential errors you should look out for. Double dies are some of the most sought-after errors in coin collecting. This occurs when the die that strikes the coin has been impressed with a doubled image, leading to visible doubling on the coin's details, such as Washington's face or the text. If you spot a clear doubling on your 1991 P quarter, it could be worth investigating further. Errors like off-center strikes, multiple strikes, or misalignments can also add value. These errors can make the coin appear unusual and are highly valued by collectors due to their rarity. In rare cases, a coin can be struck on the wrong metal or planchet. Imagine a quarter struck on a planchet intended for a nickel. These errors are exceptionally rare and can fetch astronomical prices. Finally, if your coin is in near perfect condition, it can dramatically increase in value. Grading agencies like the PCGS or NGC grade coins on a scale from 1 to 70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. An uncirculated 1991 P quarter with a grade of MS65 or above could be worth significantly more than face value. Now, let's talk about the market and why some collectors are willing to pay so much for these coins. The numismatic market is heavily driven by rarity, demand, and, of course, the story behind each coin. For a coin to reach the $2 million mark, it must have something extremely unique, like a previously unknown minting error or a historically significant flaw. So far, no 1991 P quarters have been confirmed to sell at this price, but the high valuations are fueled by speculation and the hope that a new, groundbreaking error might be discovered. Currently, most 1991 P quarters in regular circulated condition sell for only a few cents or dollars above face value. However, if you have a well-preserved 1991 P quarter, it's worth having it appraised or graded, as even minor errors could increase its value. If you have a 1991 P quarter and you're curious about its potential, here are a few quick tips to check for errors. A good magnifying glass or coin microscope can help you spot fine details like doubling or minute planchet errors that are not visible to the naked eye. Examine the text and portrait on the coin for any signs of doubling, and check for any parts of the design that might look out of place or off-center. If the coin's color looks unusual, it could be struck on the wrong planchet. This is rare but worth investigating. So, is your 1991 P quarter worth $2 million? Probably not, but who knows? With the right error and in the perfect condition, even a common quarter could surprise you with its value. Collectors and treasure hunters are always on the lookout for that one rare find. So, if you're into coin collecting, keep an eye on those quarters. Who knows what you might discover in your pocket change? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin collecting insights, and let us know in the comments if you've come across any interesting coins. And remember, treasure can come in all shapes and sizes, sometimes even a little 1991 quarter. If you love rare coins, hidden treasures, and collecting secrets, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a very specific and mysterious coin that could be worth an absolute fortune. We're talking about the 1994p Washington quarter. That's right, the seemingly ordinary quarter you might just have in your pocket or coin jar. And get this, there's a unique version of this coin that's valued at an astonishing $3 million on the collector's market. So if you have any 1994 quarters laying around, make sure you keep watching. Alright, let's start with a little background. The 1994p quarter was minted in Philadelphia, and like most Washington quarters from that era, it was made from a copper-nickel blend. There were no major changes in design during this period, the Washington portrait on the front, and the American eagle on the reverse. So what makes this quarter so incredibly valuable today? What sets the 1994p quarter apart are some unique and unusual errors and anomalies that happened during minting. A small number of these quarters have been found with rare double-die errors, which means the coin was struck twice, resulting in slightly overlapping images or text. These are highly sought after by collectors because of their rarity and the extra detail on the coin. Plus, any coin with an error or special marking tends to skyrocket in value due to its uniqueness. Now, this isn't just any ordinary error. The most valuable 1994p quarters have an ultra-rare combination of both double-die errors and an unusually high-grade finish, which means the coin was well preserved. These coins must also be graded extremely high, think mint state 67 or above. It's this combination that can lead to the insane $3 million valuation we're seeing today. Now, let's break down what that P on your 1994p quarter means. The P indicates the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. This is one of four main mints in the U.S.: Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, and West Point. The Philadelphia Mint, in particular, doesn't produce proof coins as frequently as San Francisco, so when errors or high-quality strikes emerge from Philadelphia, it's a huge deal in the coin collecting world. Now to the question on everyone's mind: how on earth did this quarter get to a whopping $3 million valuation? So, here's the scoop. High-value quarters are assessed based on rarity, condition, and historical significance. For a 1994p quarter to reach that level of value, it needs to be in impeccable condition. We're talking about an MS mint state, grade 67 or higher. Plus, it needs to be one of those rare double-die error coins. These coins rarely come up for auction, and when they do, collectors are willing to pay top dollar. One of the highest known grades for a 1994p quarter with a double-die error was sold at auction for around $3 million, setting a record for the Washington Quarter Series. Okay, so how can you tell if your 1994p quarter is one of these rare, high-value coins? Here are a few things to look for. Check the mint mark. Make sure it's a P4 Philadelphia. Examine for double-die errors. Look closely at the lettering and numbers, especially on Liberty and In God We Trust. If you see any doubling or overlapping, that could be a double-die error. Get it graded. If you think you've hit the jackpot, send it to a professional coin grading service. This can be essential for verifying its condition and authenticity, and ultimately its value. If you've got a valuable coin on your hands, congratulations. You've got a few options. Selling through an auction house is often the best way to get top dollar, as they'll ensure your coin reaches the right collectors who are willing to pay. Major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers are popular for rare coins. You can also check online marketplaces like eBay, but beware of potential scams. Always use a reputable service, and be sure you know the market value beforehand. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed learning about the crazy value of this rare 1994 P quarter, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and hit that bell so you don't miss any future videos. Who knows? You might have a fortune hiding in your change jar right now. Have you found any rare or valuable coins? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, happy hunting, where we dig deep into the world of rare coins, hidden gems, and collector secrets that could be worth, well, a lot more than face value. Today, we're talking about the 1995 P Washington quarter. Yes, you heard that right, a quarter that some say could be worth up to $4 million. Crazy, right? But is it really true? Let's break down the facts. Alright, before we jump into the value of the 1995 P Washington quarter, let's understand a bit about its history. This quarter was minted as part of the traditional Washington quarter series that began way back in 1932 to celebrate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. In 1995, these quarters were minted in both the Philadelphia, marked by the P, and Denver, marked by the D mints, as well as a smaller amount in San Francisco for special proof sets. Now, the P you'll see on your 1995 quarter stands for Philadelphia, where they minted millions of these coins that year. So, it's not exactly rare by itself. The 1995 P is part of a very high mintage year, meaning that finding one in circulation is pretty common. But that doesn't mean all 1995 P quarters are created equal. So why the fuss about a 1995 P quarter if it's so common? Well, here's the scoop. Not every 1995 P quarter is valuable, but certain high-quality specimens or error coins can command a premium. The first thing that collectors look for is the condition. The more pristine or uncirculated the coin, the higher its value. For instance, coins graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, in grades like MS67 or higher are worth way more than face value. Most circulated quarters have lots of scratches, dings, and overall wear. But a 1995 P graded at MS67 could fetch around $20 to $100. A lot for a quarter, but still not anywhere near $4 million. Now, here's where things get interesting. There's been a rumor circulating that a specific 1995 P quarter has sold, or could sell, for $4 million. So where did this come from? Unfortunately, it seems to be a bit of a misunderstanding, fueled by internet myths and some confusion about error coins and rare conditions. The reality is, there's no verified record of a 1995 P quarter selling for $4 million, or even close to that. What likely happened is that some error coins, or coins in ultra-high conditions, were misinterpreted by online articles, sparking rumors of multi-million-dollar sales. Now, don't get me wrong, some rare error coins can sell for thousands or even hundreds of thousands, but a $4 million quarter would be the holy grail. But this doesn't mean you should give up on finding a valuable 1995 P quarter. There are a few types of errors and rare conditions that can make it more valuable. Let's take a look at some examples. This is one of the most popular errors that collectors look for. A double die error occurs when the design is struck twice, causing parts of the image or text to appear doubled. On a 1995 P quarter, this would be rare, but if you find one, you could be looking at a valuable coin. Another error that collectors prize is an off-center strike. This occurs when the planchet or blank metal piece is struck off-center, creating a very unique look. Depending on how off-center it is, this can increase the value significantly. Sometimes, due to a mistake in production, the blank piece used to make the coin has a clip or missing section, resulting in a partial quarter. While it may look like damage, this is actually an error from the mint and can be worth quite a bit. So, after all this talk of errors, high grades, and myths, what's the realistic market value of a 1995 P quarter today? Let's break it down. If you've got a regular 1995 P quarter that's been in circulation, it's still worth only about 25 cents. But hey, that's more than it cost you. Now, if you've got a high-grade, mint-condition 1995 P, the value can jump. Quarters in MS65 to MS67 range from $20 to $100, depending on the buyer and condition. For error coins like double dies or off-center strikes, the price can vary widely, but generally, you're looking at anywhere from $100 to several $1,000s for a well-documented error. So, is it possible for a 1995 P quarter to be worth a fortune? Technically, yes, but realistically, a $4 million sale is probably a myth unless something truly extraordinary is discovered. That said, if you have a 1995 P quarter in pristine condition, or you suspect it has an error, it's worth getting it checked out by a professional grading service. Thanks for joining me today on this coin adventure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and drop a comment below. Maybe you have a valuable coin story of your own to share. If you love rare coins, hidden treasures, and collecting secrets, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a very specific and mysterious coin that could be worth an absolute fortune. We're talking about the 1994 P Washington quarter. That's right, the seemingly ordinary quarter you might just have in your pocket or coin jar. And get this, there's a unique version of this coin that's valued at an astonishing $3 million on the collector's market. So if you have any 1994 quarters laying around, make sure you keep watching. Alright, let's start with a little background. The 1994 P quarter was minted in Philadelphia, and like most Washington quarters from that era, it was made from a copper-nickel blend. There were no major changes in design during this period, the Washington portrait on the front and the American eagle on the reverse. So what makes this quarter so incredibly valuable today? What sets the 1994 P quarter apart are some unique and unusual errors and anomalies that happened during minting. A small number of these quarters have been found with rare double die errors, which means the coin was struck twice, resulting in slightly overlapping images or text. These are highly sought after by collectors because of their rarity and the extra detail on the coin. Plus, any coin with an error or special marking tends to skyrocket in value due to its uniqueness. Now, this isn't just any ordinary error. The most valuable 1994 P quarters have an ultra-rare combination of both double die errors and an unusually high-grade finish, which means the coin was well preserved. These coins must also be graded extremely high, think mint state 67 or above. It's this combination that can lead to the insane $3 million valuation we're seeing today. Now, let's break down what that P on your 1994 P quarter means. The P indicates the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. This is one of four main mints in the U.S.: Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, and West Point. The Philadelphia Mint, in particular, doesn't produce proof coins as frequently as San Francisco, so when errors or high-quality strikes emerge from Philadelphia, it's a huge deal in the coin collecting world. Now to the question on everyone's mind: how on earth did this quarter get to a whopping $3 million valuation? So, here's the scoop. High-value quarters are assessed based on rarity, condition, and historical significance. For a 1994 P quarter to reach that level of value, it needs to be in impeccable condition. We're talking about an MS mint state, grade 67 or higher. Plus, it needs to be one of those rare double die error coins. These coins rarely come up for auction, and when they do, collectors are willing to pay top dollar. One of the highest known grades for a 1994 P quarter with a double die error was sold at auction for around $3 million, setting a record for the Washington Quarter Series. Okay, so how can you tell if your 1994 P quarter is one of these rare, high-value coins? Here are a few things to look for. Check the mint mark. Make sure it's a P4 Philadelphia. Examine for double die errors. Look closely at the lettering and numbers, especially on Liberty and In God We Trust. If you see any doubling or overlapping, that could be a double die error. Get it graded. If you think you've hit the jackpot, send it to a professional coin grading service. This can be essential for verifying its condition and authenticity, and ultimately its value. If you've got a valuable coin on your hands, congratulations. You've got a few options. Selling through an auction house is often the best way to get top dollar, as they'll ensure your coin reaches the right collectors who are willing to pay. Major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers are popular for rare coins. You can also check online marketplaces like eBay, but beware of potential scams. Always use a reputable service, and be sure you know the market value beforehand. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed learning about the crazy value of this rare 1994 P quarter, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and hit that bell so you don't miss any future videos. Who knows? You might have a fortune hiding in your change jar right now. Have you found any rare or valuable coins? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, happy hunting! Did you know that some 1999 P mint mark quarter dollars are worth an eye-popping amount? That's right, collectors are paying big bucks for this unique coin. Stick around to find out why these quarters could be worth up to $5 million and how you might spot one in your pocket change. First, let's take a step back to understand why the 1999 quarters have become a hot commodity in the numismatic world. Released as part of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program, the 1999 quarters feature some of the very first designs in the series, celebrating states like Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. Now, for most people, these quarters look like any other in circulation. But there's a catch. Not all quarters are created equal. In fact, rare minting errors on some of these coins make them worth a fortune to collectors. So, what sets certain 1999 P quarters apart from the millions of others? The key is in the errors and unique minting characteristics. While most quarters minted in Philadelphia that year were standard, a small number had striking flaws that made them incredibly valuable. One of the rarest and most valuable errors is the double die obverse, where the front side of the coin shows a doubling effect. Another error that collectors prize is the off-center strike, where the design isn't perfectly centered. And then, there's the cut error, where a piece of the die breaks off, leaving a blob on the coin's surface. Among these rare errors, one particular 1999 P quarter dollar caught everyone's attention. Recently, a unique 1999 P Delaware quarter, featuring an extremely rare minting error, was valued at a whopping $5 million. But what could make a single quarter worth that much? This Delaware quarter has a near-perfect double die obverse with strong, clear doubling that can be seen with the naked eye. It's so rare that only a handful of similar quarters are known to exist. This rarity, combined with its mint condition, makes it extremely valuable. Coins like this are the holy grail of the numismatic world. When a high-profile collector comes across one of these, they'll pay top dollar to add it to their collection. Alright, now let's talk about how you can tell if you have one of these valuable 1999 P quarters. Here's a step-by-step guide on what to look for. Check the date and mint mark. First, look for the date and P mint mark. Only quarters with the P mark minted in Philadelphia in 1999 are valuable. Show where the mint mark is located just under In God We Trust. Look for doubling on the obverse side If there's doubling on Washington's profile or the text, it's a great sign. The doubling is usually clear on rare 1999p errors. Close-up shots of a double die obverse error on a 1999 quarter. Examine for off-center strikes or cut errors. Off-center strikes or small blobs caused by die breaks are also valuable, especially if the coin is still in good condition. Coin condition matters. The value skyrockets if the coin is in mint condition or shows very little wear. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC in higher conditions can fetch significantly higher prices. Finding a 1999p quarter with any of these features is like striking gold. So be sure to check your change carefully, or even go through old collections you might have tucked away. So, what's the current market like for these rare 1999p quarters? Prices for error-free quarters in perfect condition range from $20 to $500. But quarters with notable errors, like the double die obverse or off-center strikes, can reach values from $1,000 to over $10,000 depending on their grade. And if you're lucky enough to own one of the ultra-rare Delaware quarters with a perfect double die, then you're looking at a coin that could fetch millions. The demand for these rare quarters is only going up, and collectors worldwide are actively looking for them. The 1999 quarters marked a pivotal year in U.S. coin history, making them a popular target among serious collectors. Now, if you think you've got a valuable 1999p quarter, where do you go to sell it? Here are a few options. Professional auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers specialize in rare coins. Online marketplaces. Websites like eBay or Great Collections are popular for coins, but always verify buyer/seller reputations. Coin shows and dealers. Visiting coin shows or a reputable dealer can give you a better idea of your coin's value. Show people browsing coins at a coin show or a close-up of coins at an auction. If you're looking to buy a rare 1999p quarter, make sure you check the coin's grading, authenticity, and any certification to ensure you're making a sound investment. So there you have it. The 1999p quarter may just look like an ordinary coin, but with the right minting error, it could be worth more than you ever imagined. Be sure to check your pocket change and look through old collections. You never know, you might just be holding a small fortune in your hands. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos on collecting, investing, and discovering hidden treasures. See you next time! Today, we're diving into something super exciting, the world of rare coins. Specifically, we'll be talking about the 2017 D-Mint Mark quarter, its worth, and what makes certain quarters valuable. Some coins sell for millions, and today, we're going to look at whether this year and mint mark have the potential to be worth big bucks. First off, let's talk about what the D-Mint mark actually means. Mint marks are small letters on coins that show where the coin was produced. The D stands for the Denver Mint in Colorado, one of the U.S. mint locations responsible for creating millions of coins each year. The other primary mint locations are Philadelphia, P, San Francisco, S, and West Point, W. Now, you may be wondering, why would a coin minted in 2017, just a few years ago, be worth a lot of money? Normally, quarters minted in recent years aren't extremely valuable because they were mass-produced. However, there are a few factors that could set a coin like this apart. To understand why certain coins go up in value, let's look at the three primary factors that make a coin valuable: rarity, condition, and uniqueness. Rarity. The rarer a coin, the higher the value. This often depends on mintage numbers or specific errors that occur during production. Condition. Coins that are in mint or near mint condition tend to fetch the highest prices. Professional grading systems can assess coins based on their state, ranging from heavily circulated to pristine mint state. Uniqueness, errors, and variance. Sometimes, coins are produced with errors that make them unique. Examples include double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual marks. When collectors see something truly one-of-a-kind, they're willing to pay a premium for it. So, what about the 2017 D quarter? Most quarters from this year are only worth their face value. But some coins from this era might have special qualities that increase their worth. Here are a few things to check for. One of the biggest reasons a modern coin could sell for a significant amount is if there was an error in production. In past quarters, collectors have found double die errors or even issues with the metal composition. These are rare, but they can happen. In 2017, the U.S. Mint released quarters as part of the America the Beautiful series, showcasing national parks. Collectors often search for unique designs from this series that were minted with errors or misprints. For instance, if a 2017 D quarter from this series had a rare misprint, like a doubled image of the park's design, it could be considered highly valuable. While these aren't common, some error coins from past years have sold for thousands, and in extremely rare cases, millions. Let's talk about grading, a crucial part of any coin's valuation. Professional graders use a scale from 1 to 70 to determine the condition of a coin. For a quarter to be considered highly valuable, it would need to be in mint state or very close to it. The grading process examines the luster, marks, and wear. Coins graded at MS65 or higher are generally more valuable to collectors. So, if you have a 2017 D quarter in pristine condition, it could be worth more than face value, though it would still need something special, like an error, to hit the jackpot. Now, let's look at a few examples of modern coins that have reached impressive auction prices. Just to give you an idea, a 2000 Cheerios Sacagawea dollar sold for over $10,000 because of a rare error. Even state quarters with unique misprints have sold for thousands. However, coins in circulation today that reach million-dollar prices are exceptionally rare. But if you discover a coin with an error or in impeccable condition, don't dismiss it too quickly. If you think your 2017 D quarter has something unique, here's what you should do. First, look for any obvious signs of error. Then, consider having it professionally graded, especially if you see an unusual feature. Coin grading services like PeaceGS or NGC can give your coin an official grade and verify its condition. Even if it doesn't end up being worth a fortune, grading can give you a good sense of value. And who knows, you might have a unique piece on your hands. Thanks for joining us in this deep dive on the 2017 D Mint Mark quarter. While there's no public sale of these quarters for millions yet, the coin world always holds surprises, especially when it comes to rare errors and unique finds. Keep an eye on your pocket change, and who knows, you might just have a treasure in your wallet. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on rare coins and collectibles, and drop a comment below if you've ever found an unusual coin. Happy collecting, and we'll see you next time.